What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a slackline that's just out of control in this wind. Right behind me, as you can see here, it's just starting to oscillate up and down, and it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. On today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can safely come to the park and slackline, even in crazy wind conditions like the one we have here behind me. Before we move forward with this video though, my analytics show that nearly 75% of my viewers are still not subscribed to the channel. So if you could do me a huge favor and hit that little red button down below, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get back to the video because this line is going insane. Now, the single little magic trick in order to making sure your line is calm in the wind is actually kind of unbelievable. The only things you're going to need in order to calm your line down in crazy winds like this are little pieces of webbing like that and a roll of tape so that you can tape your little pieces of webbing to the line. So here's what you do. You put one of these every maybe 10 to 20% of your line at very random lengths. Now, it's important that you do this at random lengths because just like highlining how we don't want equal backup loops because oscillations will form, the same thing happens with these. Now, you want these lengths to be totally random. You can see how this green one is a little bit longer than the black one. However, you also don't want them too long because if they're too long, they can wrap around your main line and make for a really uncomfortable walking experience. So, I've got a 60-meter line going crazy in the wind behind me here, and I've got 4 wind dampeners. By the way, these are called wind dampeners. I'm gonna put one between every 10 to 20 meters on this line, and we're gonna see what that does. Now keep in mind, the wind is gonna be even crazier in about 10 minutes when I finish putting these on, and you're gonna see the absolute magic that happens with just a couple pieces of webbing. Okay, this is getting a little bit scary, so let's go put these pieces of webbing on ASAP. So it's a little bit scary to just sit on the line like this when it's like clearly trying to buck you off, but be patient. You'll see that once I put on the second or third wind dampener, this is just going to completely calm down. But yep, right now it is a bit scary. And also do keep in mind that this is putting quite a bit more force on your line, and it's also putting it through a lot more cycles than it otherwise would if it was just sitting still. Some food for thought there. Okay, there's one. And we can see that one didn't really do too much, so we're gonna put another one. Now, this is kind of important. I wanna make sure that they're flat. I don't wanna put them on both sides of the line because then I'm gonna be stepping on them, and that's just doesn't feel that great. So yeah, a little bit of food for thought. This actually makes it a lot safer because you don't get these crazy vibrations on your line, which, you know, each vibration is technically a cycle in the world of engineering and materials testing, and the less cycles we can get, the better. So here's 2. Let's see if this does anything. And you can already see that the line is mostly calm, even with just 2 little pieces of wind dampeners. In fact, it's not moving at all anymore. And you can see it's still quite windy. You can see it in my hair. I don't know if you can see it from way back there, but I can feel it. So I'm literally just gonna put one more right here. And it's almost like magic, honestly. This is when I first started slacklining, this was one of the very first like, whoa moments in my highlining career, because it's just kind of insane, really, like the power of little dampeners, you know? Just now, all vibrations and oscillations have been completely killed on this line with 3 little tiny pieces of webbing. If I were to go buy those pieces of webbing at the store, that might have cost me maybe $2 or $3. It's 100% worth having a couple of pieces of webbing in your gear, because when you go out and it's windy, and I mean, you can see it, it was going insane. Now it's just completely calm. And the wind hasn't died down. It's still blowing at me. You can see it in my hair. It's just going to the left. So that's all for this video, everybody. I hope you learned something new today. always have a couple of wind dampeners in your gear kit because it can save you from having to stay in on a really, really windy day. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, or if you just want to help support the channel, don't forget, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss whenever I post cool things like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, love you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.